What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. We're going to do a quick overview of the markets, as in everything has been moving up with the DXY, NASDAQ, S&P, gold, silver. We're going to take a look at what those are all doing. Then we're going to take a look at Bitcoin and why I think that we could be seeing a Wyckoff distribution just like we've seen in 21. Stick around to the end. Also going to take a look at XRP. Definitely stick around for the whole video. Make sure you guys smash that thumbs up. Leave your comments. Let me know what you think, and let's get into it. So we're going to take a look first at... We're going to go with the S&P. So if we look at the S&P, obviously, it made this high here at the 1-to-1 extension that we had talked about from this move here, all the way up to that 1-to-1 extension at 61.1. Now, will that hold as resistance? That's what's going to be key here. So if all these markets make another new all-time high, there's two different Wyckoff distribution schematics that it could be. One shows another new high for Bitcoin, and one shows that we're topped or very near the top. We're going to take a look at that. Also, let's take a look at the S&P. As you can see, the S&P, NASDAQ. So you can see as the NASDAQ, we are still below that 1-to-1 extension. Again, it keeps playing with this. Can we make a new high? As I told you, to come up and retest this trend line would be ideal in topping, right, and getting a rejection there, but we could get above that and hold. And if it does, these markets are just way more out of whack than I thought they could be, right? But the cool thing about it is you can trade the small moves, make a lot more money than buying and holding or buying and selling and using more capital, right? You can use a lot less capital, trade the markets in the smaller moves, and make a ton of money. Anyways, let's take a look at Dow Jones. Dow Jones has not made a new high yet since that December 24th high. Will it? Definitely a possibility. Now, if all these markets, S&P, NASDAQ, Dow Jones, can get above their old all-time high and hold that high as a support for, a week or two, a couple weeks at least, then I would be super bullish on the markets for another big move up, which is a possibility. And that would match up with Bitcoin's supposed 4-year cycle saying we pump until the end of this year. We'll see if that happens, but we're going to keep an eye on what's going on till then, right? So DXY, as you can see, it's getting a nice little pump here. We did get some hidden bullish divergence with lower highs in the RSI, higher highs in the price action. As you guys know, my target short to medium term is around 113. I'm still looking for that. Let's take a look at gold. As you can see, gold made another new all-time high. We were looking for possibly 2940, and if it gets really bullish, like I said, could see that 3296 area for the extended fifth wave. But I do think this is a 5-wave structure, guys, that could be ending anytime. So something to keep an eye on. Take a look at silver. Silver, if it gets a huge pump, could get up to that $40 range. But again, that's another one that has to break its high of 34.9 before even thinking about that. And it would have to hold there too. Is there any major divergence here? There is a little bit of hidden bearish right here off these two highs on the RSI. And then we go to this high and that high. That is showing hidden bearish divergence, looking like it should turn over. We'll see what happens to that. The 10-year yield. So we talked about this being a possible head and shoulders, right? And if this remains resistance at that 4.56%, your next level to look for support, you're going to have two levels here, right? For the 10-year yield. You're going to have your support on this trend line here at 440. And then, of course, you're going to have your measured move get you down to about that 4.26. And as you can see, if we got down to them levels, it would make a higher low, right? And most likely this RSI would make a lower low, and that would be hidden bearish divergence, meaning the 10-year yield boost back up. Now, before we get into Bitcoin, if you guys are interested in trading, check out Prime XBT. I have a link down below. I'll also leave a tutorial video. In the tutorial video, it says you use the promo code SAVVY50. You don't have to put that in anymore. You just use my link. It'll automatically draw you to this page where you can get up to a $7,000 bonus. use towards your margin. You can also, they have practice trading on there where you don't even have to risk any money. You can trade, you know, all you want, kind of learning how to use the platform, maybe learning how to trade for the first time. There's also copy trading. Oh, and those, wait, one more thing. The coolest thing about Prime is you can trade the traditional markets: gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, Forex, everything all from one exchange. And you can use your Bitcoin or what other crypto you want to use to trade against the markets to either grow your money, grow your dollar value capital, or grow your crypto. So you can use your crypto to trade against the markets. Oh, for those of you that asked for no KYC, no VPN exchange, I did team up with another one. BITUNIX down below. Both BITUNIX and Prime XBD are sponsors of the channel. And you get huge discounts using my links down below. So if you sign up for BITUNIX, you can put in $100. They'll match your $100. And there's other ways to get more bonuses in there. Once you sign up, you'll see them. They'll pop up. You can get up to another like 15,000. So definitely check them out. And let's get into it. So looking at this as a possible Wyckoff distribution, right? Hold on a second, guys. All right. So there are two different schematics. This is going to be one here, right? This would show that we have one more push up to another high, which is a good possibility. Definitely could happen, right? This would be our up thrust. And then this would be your up thrust after distribution. And that getting us somewhere in the range of around 116,000-ish, right? Give or take. There's also a fib level that I've went over. We'll go over that some more. But if this was to happen, that's where I would be looking for a major top, like a major top. Remember back in 2021, we called the 64 top about 3 or 4 months before it even happened. So this could happen, you know, sometime in May, depending on the time frame here. But if it went off of how this stuff usually works, you would probably see it sometime in March, around March, middle or end of March, right? Would be when you see this high, if this one was going to play out. There's also another schematic I'm going to pull up now saying that this is done or almost done, right? Get this one out of our way and pull it up. That would be the schematic number 2, right? And that one's saying it's already done. And then you're going to have, you know, another push up. But remember what I've been talking about. I still think we're going to come down to this. Where is it at? Somewhere approximately the 92,000 range and get a bounce. Either way, if this distribution is playing out, we're going to see that 92 range one more time, right? That'd be a great place to put in a longer term long to get up to back to this high, right? Somewhere around 105 up to 116, depending on which schematic plays out. As you guys know, we were watching this triangle, which I'll show you in a minute. But here is the kind of limbo area, right? We've been talking about this for a long time. This is major limbo area. So another break above this and hold is going to be super bullish. You know, might see at $150,000 Bitcoin. Another break below this and it becoming resistance is going to be bear market, right? A good year of bear market if that happens, in my opinion, right? You're going to get something like this. And I know a lot of people are talking about the dollar or the Bitcoin reserve or whatever. We'll see what happens. If it does happen, you know, maybe all good, but we'll see what happens. We'll take that slowly. Remember, everybody wants to talk about not believing the government or the news until it says something they want it to say, right? You got to be careful with these guys. You know, Musk has pumped Dogecoin to the moon and dumped on everybody. To think these guys won't do that with all of this crypto is absolutely insane. Just be careful. Let me know in the comments below. Do you really think that they're going to use Bitcoin as a reserve currency and they're going to actually stockpile it? Or do you think that could just be hype to get the last blow off top of this cycle, right? Because every cycle usually has a blow off top. We could consider this a blow off top, but usually it's a pretty straight shot. This one's been pretty damn straight though. So if you'll notice right here, you'll notice that is looking a lot like all these tops here, right? So if it's like this one, right? This is the one we called back in. Let me get this stuff out of the way real quick. So if it is going to be like this one, right? We had our, I'm going to draw it above it, right? That we had our up thrust. And it was 3. We had 3 peaks like that before it really came down, right? And it's sort of looking like the same type deal over here. This was our 1. This was our 2. We could have that third one up to 116 area. Just be careful, guys. If you are trading, make sure you use stop losses. Join the Discord. I will be posting my trades in there for you guys to follow along and kind of see what I do to trade, where I put my stops, if I win, if I lose the trade. But I'll show you how to keep your losses to a minimal and keep your profits much higher, right? So, for instance, say we are in our short now and it pops back up. We get our stops to where we're at little loss, right? Get us out of the trade. But if it's in a good one, we can move. If it starts going down from here, we can move our stops down. Once it passes each support level, retests it, gets rejected and goes down, you can move your stops down to that support level. And if this is the top, you can do that all the way back down and make a ton of money. We did it back here and we did it again back here. I'm going to do it again at the top of this. And that is where the real money is made without having to put a lot of capital in to hold, right? That's the beauty of the trade. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget, smash that thumbs up. Leave your comments. Join the Discord down below. You can follow me on Twitter. I'll be putting out free promo codes for Prime XBT. That'll give you $200 in your account. Stay tuned, and I'll catch you next